Secret Society tribe, baby.
I like that. That's good shit.
Appreciate it. What up, y'all? What up? Chia. Good to see all y'all. Kind of a spur of the moment, live stream. It's like, man, why not? Secret Society, let's get it in. Hutch a little busy right now, you know what I'm saying?
I'm good. I'm here.
He getting it together. I wish I was there with you.
Hey, you can't hang with me.
I probably can't. Hell nah. I might have went out.
I'd feel bad if I made you look silly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you definitely would. I ain't there no more. Back in the days, I hang with you. I hang with the best of them, but man, it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. What's up, everybody? Tennessee, Backwoods, Teresa, Mrs. Plummer, what up? Flintstone, Sharon, what's going on with you? Nisi, like you can't just tell me right here, like she trying to give me props on my hat.
Like his drawers match his socks too, yo.
I swear. Some nice socks you got on, tribe.
Right.
Arkansas living, what up? What y'all doing weird tonight? Nothing, everything. Nothing, everything.
What is today? Is it Sunday?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's Sunday.
It don't feel like a Sunday. It feels like a Tuesday or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. It's been a long, drawn-out weekend, to be honest. I've been sitting at the computer, man. Fucking around with the computer. Messing around. POTB, what up? So what's up with y'all?
Man. I got, with all that fucking shit I got done, I got nothing but trash piles to move and burn. So I'm like, my motivation level is like here.
Yeah, it's all good when you're building shit and making shit and coming up with new ideas for shit. But then when it's all done, you got to do the cleanup. Good Lord. I used to lay rug, man. Them big ass houses. I used to do Marriott hotels too, man. Kids R Us's. We would get locked in the Kids R Us, and you'd be locked in there 12 hours, and you would hustle. You had to get them bitches done in 3 days. And you talking about moving all the clothes, furniture, and everything. Kids R Us is the clothing Toys R Us. You know what I mean? Where it's just clothes. Yeah. And we would have to do 3 sections in 3 days, 12 hours a pop, and it was night work. So, man, when you got done that 12 hours, they come and let you out because they would lock it, and you couldn't even touch the windows and shit, or else the alarm would go off.
So you just locked in the fucking store?
Yeah, and they would... And that would be at 9 o'clock at night, and then 9 o'clock in the morning they would show up. They'd show up like 8:30 or something. But man, we would have to haul all the trash out and hustle that shit because they got customers coming in 10 o'clock or some shit like that. So really, it was even more than 12 hours. And then we would, we drank and smoked weed and shit. So when we got off, I mean, we might have slept in that 3-day period. We might have slept 4 hours, 2 hours, and then 2 hours. And then boom, we would get off that third night and we'd be in like Philadelphia, South Carolina. We would do them up and down the East Coast. And when you get done that third night, one, you don't want to pay for a hotel. We had like an 8-man crew, sometimes a 10, 12-man crew. So you got 4 and 5 hotel rooms. So you get done that morning, you want to pack everything up and be hauling ass out of the hotels by 11. And then you driving home. So you've only slept 4 hours in 3 days. You're on your 4th day. And now you got to drive 5, 6, 8 hours sometimes, 10 hours sometimes, all the way back home, man. I'd be popping no-dos and shit.
Right.
It was crazy, man. Crazy times.
Crazy times. Man. Like, when I was driving a truck, like, I grew up on the highway and shit. So you kind of get that, you know what I'm saying, that bug to where you've always got to be constantly moving.
Yeah.
Like, I miss that, but I get to drive in like 10 minutes and I'm like, man, fuck my life. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to go to Arizona or California. And then I get to the dollar store and I'm like, God damn, that was a long trip. You know?
Right. Yeah, man. Back in the days, I could have drove to Missouri like that. Like I drove all the way from California to Washington, D.C., you know, to Maryland. It took me 4 days. It was me and my little sister, man. We were all the way out San Francisco and we took the southern route and came all the way through. We went from one tip of Tennessee to the top tip of Tennessee, man. That was like the longest. That was like 14 hours right there. Yeah. But man, it wasn't nothing. I was rolling. I had a 77 Chevy van that I bought from it was a Mexican guy and his father, and they redid the entire thing. It was 1977. It had an 8-track in it. It had the regular brakes, didn't have no automatic brakes. It had the backup beeper where you put it in reverse and it's dude. And it was small, man, but it was badass. Had a straight 6 in it. You know, them straight 6s last forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gas mileage is fucking excellent on things too.
Yeah, man, I bought it, and it was a week later I was driving back to Maryland. So, I mean, I got lucky because I could have bought something fucking broke down, you know what I mean? But what got me is when we went to meet him to get the van, we were trying to talk him down because he had $1,000 price tag on it. And we were like, oh, we can talk him down. It's a 77. And then we showed up, and we started talking like, man, you take $750. He was like, no, I ain't taking nothing but $1,000. And he had this, like, both of them had that look in their eye like they were dead serious. And I was like, why are they tripping so much over this old motherfucker? So then we open it up. We look at the engine. That thing looks spotless. We looked inside, spotless. I went underneath the van, spotless. I was like, holy shit, what is up with this thing, man? You know, paint job, good, no rust spots. I'm like, man, all the doors working, locking, windshield wipers working, all the lights worked. I'm like, man, what's up with this? And he was saying that him and his dad, they redo cars all the time, and they like put months of work into this van and redid it top to bottom. I was like, holy shit. So I ain't have no problem, man. I slid him $1,000, jumped in that motherfucker, and I was gone. Out in California to keep the tags on the van.
Shit, you can't find that now. That's like a $12,000 van now.
Yeah, man. It was badass. And then I brought it home, and I was getting into some shit. You know, I was younger then, man. I was like 23. I was getting into shit and fucking up and losing my license and didn't put, you know, when I got to Maryland, didn't switch the tags over. So I ended up parking it at a friend of my mother's. And I left it there, man, and never went and got it, man. And what I heard a couple years later, you know, I ran into the friend. I was like, man, what'd you ever do with my van, man? Because I remember it was like sitting in a barn at one time. I'm thinking if that motherfucker's still there, I can go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was like, man, I sold that thing for like $200. I'm like, what the fuck? But It is what it is. Sorry, y'all, boring y'all with my van stories. You know what I'm saying? California. I went out to Cali for like 6 months. It was wild, Jack. Carbon Q, what up? Tennessee Tactical. Yeah, my style of old trucks are insane. High RN. I blame all y'all for wanting EMP safe rides or something. I hear that, Arkansas. Shit, I got me a 2001 Astro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I used to have an '86 Bronco. That motherfucker. It had a 6-inch lift on it, sitting on a 32s. Obviously, like it was like perfect. But I was in the halfway house when I had it. So, and you know that kind of money you get when, you know what I'm saying, you're doing that kind of shit. It doesn't really mean anything. So I had this thing for not even a month. Ended up blowing the motor out on the highway. Young, you know what I mean?
Man.
Like, oh, I guess I should check the oil when I buy something. You know what I mean? So I just said, we just left it parked and sitting on the side of 435 on the Kansas side, on the side of the highway. Like, fuck it, ain't nothing I can do about it. You know?
Right, blown up. Fuck it.
Right.
Man, I took advantage of cars that I had when I was younger, man. Didn't give two shits about them, man.
Yeah.
I wish I had them all right now because I had pretty cool cars, man. But I mean, they weren't nothing special.
Right. I've had 6 Impalas from the '60s. You know, only 2 of them actually drove. Let me clarify that. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
that was my shit. Like my dad did Lincolns, my brother did Cadillacs and LTDs, and I did Impalas. You know what I mean? Like that was our shit. Big old square bodies.
That's tight. That's tight, man. Hell yeah. I liked wagons, man. I like station wagons for some reason, man. I grew up, man. My great grandmother had one of those big ass old yellow station wagons that had that rear door that opened up wide and it had the back seat facing the back.
Yep.
So like you'd be sitting there watching the traffic behind you when you was a kid and shit. So then my mom got it, and then
you're talking like a real station wagon, not like an escort station wagon.
Yeah, grocery getter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I got my very first car, I got a Cavalier wagon, white joint, and I put triple deep dish rims on it. And the rims were chrome and had some white on them, so they matched the car perfectly. I think I talked about this before, man, but it was fucked up though, man, because I had a station wagon and I couldn't put anybody in the back seat because if anybody was in the back seat, it would rub the tires because the tires were so damn big.
But, man, my brother, he got a fucking see, back in the day, I had a what was it, the Ford Explorer. And I had some 20-inch 100-spoke wires on there, right, sitting on some little ass rubber bands and shit. But I ended up trading that for a '97 Nissan truck that had 10 switches. I think it had 4 pumps. Shit. And like 12 batteries in the fucking bed, right? Yeah. So that's how I learned how to drive stick. I was in Olathe, Kansas. So I was like, hey, that's fucking badass. I stopped in. I was like, you want to trade? He was like, sure. I was like, bet. We traded. Never drove a stick in my life. I had to drive 3 hours south out of Kansas City. That's how I learned how to drive a stick. Just jump on the highway and pray you make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my brother got fucking jealous as shit, and he turned around and he bought a '89 Caprice wagon that's got switches on it on the old school Luxor fucking wire rims. You know, the old Cadillac rims? Yeah. Wire rims?
Right.
Yeah. But he ain't done nothing with it in 5 years. It's just sitting out there in the fucking field. I'm like, oh, what are you doing, man?
He still got it?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's a hoarder, man. It's one of those things. It's like, hey, I got this. So he'd rather have 50 projects than one complete thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my shit, he'll play with it, then he'll set it up, buy something else new. You know what I mean? I'm like, the fuck, bro.
Yeah. The most cars I ever had were vans. That's because I laid rug my whole life, though. But I had a couple Dodges, the extended kind with the big asses on them. You know what I mean? You could fit 12-foot goods up in it and shut the doors.
Big old cargo van looking shits.
Yeah. Yeah. But I had them night, man. My very first one I bought off my boss. Long story, but I was working for another dude because I was like, I was hurting, man. You know, hard times. So I called a dude up. I was like, man, let me just come work for you for $10 an hour, man. And I was a mechanic. You know, I ran my own shit, but I had lost it, went to jail, you know, partying, doing all. You make some money, man, you start acting stupid. So anyway, he ended up selling me man, he had a brand new paint job on that motherfucker, had chrome rims on it. It drove like a Cadillac. I mean, it was just the beautifulest van, man. Got lucky as hell, man. He let me make payments on it, and I only paid for like half of it, and he didn't even say nothing else.
Right. My mom always had those fucking, like, she's a Chevy freak, like diehard Chevy, and up all the way up until, you know, I didn't live with her no more. It was just fucking the full size fucking conversion vans. Got the little pull out table, you know, the just fucking, you know what I'm talking about, them loaded.
Yeah.
Like that'd be nice, man. But nowadays the gas mileage on them sons of bitches, nope.
Fucking man, I seen this one that they came out with. I seen two. The luxury one that they got now, man, that motherfucker is gorgeous. It's a Chevy too, man. And it's almost like a Astro, but of course it's bigger. It's, you know, way newer. It's just, man, it's so badass. But it's like 60, 70 grand. And then they actually did somebody, just because there's a huge Astro van following. So somebody did this thing where they rebuilt the Astro van and what it could look like these days.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, man, that motherfucker.
I was going to send that to you. Fucking stupid, man. I likes it.
Fuck yeah.
I ain't going to lie. I love me some Astro vans, man. We had two of them. I got arrested in an Astro van. You know what I mean?
Did you?
It had one seat and then a milk crate sitting on a tire. You know what I'm saying? That was it. You know, white blue stripe down the side.
Cool. I actually owned a first generation Astro van, the real little snubby ones. You know what I'm talking about?
The flat nose one?
Little tiny motherfucker, man. And I put Krager rims, chrome rims on that motherfucker, man.
Krager, that's what I meant. Yeah, hell yeah. I love some Kragers, man.
Hell yeah.
Would you get the five star?
Yeah, the old school. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because my uncle had got him for a Christmas present and they didn't fit his shit. So he held on to him for like, I don't know, a bunch of years. And when I bought that Astro van, he was like, man, I think these rims I got, I mean, they were all dusty and a inch of dust all over them in the box and shit. He broke them bits. I said, fuck yeah, I'll take them motherfuckers. He gave them to me. They were brand new. I was like, fuck yeah, let's get it.
That was the shit back then. I still love those fucking things. I don't give a damn.
Yeah. But then I had to dip, man, and I went to California. So I sold the van, rims, everything. I sold it for $200. And I've talked about my buddy Sean, man. He ended up dying. He was like 37 years old and died. But his little brother, his name was Eric. And he had just got his license and shit. And I was like, look, man, give me $200. Go tell your brother to give me $200. You know what I'm saying? Because his brother owned his own roofing business and shit. So he had cash and shit. I was like, go get $200 from your brother, man. He'll give it to me. I'll sign this motherfucker over right now because I got to leave tomorrow to go to fucking Cali. And I went out there for 6 months and bought another van and came back. But the thing about it is when I sold it to him, by the time I got back from Cali 6 months later, he had totaled that motherfucker. He flipped it. Drunk driving, little youngin', never drove before. I was like, well, where's the rims at, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Are the rims still good? He was like, man, I ain't got that motherfucker. It's at the junkyard somewhere. I'm like, damn.
Hey, I had a set of those. They were Kragers, but they weren't the 5-spoke. Like they were, I don't know. It was a weird design, almost Moonies with a little bit of wire, somewhere in that range.
Right.
I think it was a 84 Caprice. Yes, sir. Had the curb checkers on there, the dual antennas. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, man. Caprices are awesome, man. I think my grandmother had one of those. I think it was a Caprice. Yes, indeed, man. The Kragers I had are the old school D1s. You know how they're like the 5 stars are like rounded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like almost teardrops. Yeah.
Yeah. Super tight, man. Super tight. Shit, my uncle, man, back in the days, he's dead now, man, but he had I want to say 77 and a half. There was only like 500 of them made. They were Volkswagen Bugs. And he had the most rarest one. And he went to work one. He was with his first wife, the one he had kids with, my cousins and shit. One of my cousins passed away. He's the one that wrecked on that 4-wheeler, if I ever talked about it. But his wife, man, and him, they beefed like you wouldn't believe, man, like for real beef. And he went to work one day, man. He came home and she had sold that motherfucker on him for like $500.
See, that's the kind of shit That's the only reason I like Craigslist and shit, because you hope you find one of those deals. Chick's like, hey, I got a Corvette for $50 because this cheating motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I got 60 for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shit, man. I was on a job, right? And I was doing carpet on base. This motherfucker the dude walks in the house and he's got painting clothes on and he's got paint all over him. And I'm like, damn, he was coming in to do a little patchwork. He's like, what's up, fellas? I'm like, what's up, man? And the dude that was working with me is this young, and he worked with me for a long ass time, man. But he comes up to me, he said, man, did you see what he pulled up in? I said, what, man, what? He's like, man, go look out the window. I look out the window, he's got a brand new Corvette. And this dude's got paint all over him. So it's like, you don't drive, when you're a painter, you ain't driving around in a fucking $60,000, $70,000 Corvette.
Right.
So I look and I'm like, this Corvette was beautiful. It had a special paint job on it, special rims. I mean, it was either T-top or drop top, like it was open on the top. I was like, what the fuck is going on here, man? So I just started rapping to the dude. I was like, man, seriously, something ain't right, man. He's like, what's up? I said, man, what the hell are you doing rolling up in here and that motherfucker out there, man? He said that one of his best friends coming up, and he told the whole story, but he said one of his best friends coming up was this big time pusher, and he ended up getting busted. And he had like 12 cars, and he wanted to sell all his fucking cars so he could have all the cash he could, because he knew he was going to do like 20, 30 years in prison. So he sold him that Corvette for $12,000 cash. It was like a $60,000, $70,000 Corvette.
Hey, you got to take what you can get, man.
Yes, sir, man. And that kind of taught me a little something too, because at the time I was blowing money and never really saving. And just that story alone made me start putting money away, because I was like, dude, I know a lot of drug dealers. If they could sell me one of them motherfuckers, you know, I want to have the cash on hand. You know what I'm saying?
Be like one of those ambulance chasing lawyers. Like, hey, bro, you going away for a minute? You got some cars?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Money on your books, bro? You got some calendars, huh?
Yes, sir. Shit, my brother Hollywood, man, he passed away. He OD'd. They found him out in the driveway, man. They thought he was just sleeping in the driveway, but he had OD'd, man. But when he first he did 16 years for an ounce of coke. Motherfucker ratted him out, man. Sorry, motherfucker, that we grew up with and shit, you know, partially. But anyway, he had 3 Cadillacs, SUV. He had like 6 cars when he got nabbed. And man, he just gave them motherfuckers. He gave I'm like, I call them my brothers, but really I just moved in with them, and their grandmother took me in, and I lived there for years. So, I mean, you could say adopted, but it wasn't legal adoption or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But he gave his real brother 2 of them motherfuckers, 2 Cadillacs. And his real brother is the one that I was real close with. And he's a fucking menace to society. I mean, I've talked to you about him. Yeah, I've talked to you about what he just got done dealing with in prison and all that shit, man. I mean, like, he's a real, I mean, it's thug life or nothing. You know what I mean? And man, he was driving around in them cars, but I think it got him hemmed up because he got busted like 4 times driving the motherfuckers, and he had dope on him and everything else. You know,
that's usually what it is, man. It's like you can't live in a $30,000 house driving a $70,000 car.
Yeah,
it draws a little bit of attention to you.
Yeah. And that's what people don't realize, man. When you come from the hood and shit, and you come from like hard times and shit, like my brother, he had 6 cars. He was living in a house that didn't have a bathroom in it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have no restroom, man. It had one of them old ass iron tubs. And you would have to heat up water on the fucking stove and dump in the tub, heat up some more, dump in the tub, and then put a little bit of cold in there and check it and shit to make sure you get it to the right temperature so you don't scald. People just don't realize, man.
Car clean as shit.
Oh, cars was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? House was phenomenal too. Like, you go into this motherfucker, you think it's a castle. It's a very, very small fucking castle, but it's a cat. You know, it was nice. You leather furniture and shit, big screen TV, but it ain't got but 2 rooms. You know what I'm saying?
I got the best living room in this county, bitch.
Hell yeah.
Right.
I tell y'all a story. I don't mean to.
No,
this is how me and Hutch do. Y'all in the chat, man. I'm sorry. We with y'all and shit. I just getting a couple stories out real quick, and I'm sharing them with y'all too. But we're in this house, the house that I'm talking about, man. And I bring this. There was this white dude named Dave, and he had cornrows and shit. He had a green Lincoln old school Cadillac, not a Lincoln, a Cadillac. And I mean, he had thumping ass speakers, and he grew up in the hood. You know, he didn't have a white friend one. You know what I mean? So I brought him down the road, man, and I'm like, man, we got to go by my brother's house, man, and chill with him, man, get him fucked up. And this dude wasn't ready, man. We got him so fucked up. Where this house was, there was 2 lanes that go this way and then 2 lanes that go that way. So when you pull out, you got to take a right. And if you want to go the other way, you got to go down, take a U-turn.
Yeah.
Man, this motherfucker pulls out and just goes left. He's so fucked up that he has no idea where he's going, right? And, you know, we say, what's up? You know, we're in the house. We're like, all right, man, peace, man. Be careful, man. You all fucked up. You know, you can crash and shit. He's, no, I got to go up the road, man. I'm like, all right. You know, you get all paranoid and shit. He wasn't used to everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So me and the fellas, you know, it's like probably 10 of us. And we're like, man, ain't nothing else to do but to go to fucking Denny's. We got to go get something to eat. It's like 2:00 in the morning. So he leaves. We're still in the house. We all starting to get ready. Like, man, let's go bum rush the fucking restaurant. You know, the only motherfucker open. So we pull out that motherfucker. We go down. We make a U-turn. We're coming back to go to Denny's, and we see him on the side of the road. A whole bunch of police. He riding dirty as shit. You can see him standing there, and he's just looking down at his car like my life's over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So real quick, I'll just tell you. I'll wrap it up. I ain't trying to bore you all night or talk too much, but he about a month later he comes to me, man, and we done bought out all the hotel rooms in this Days Inn. We used to do that a lot. And he comes up in that motherfucker, and he's like, man, I'm going to prison, man. And I'm like, why? He's like, man, you know what I had in that car, man. You know what happened, man. He's like, man, I need $700 and some for a lawyer. He's like, man, if I don't get this fucking lawyer, man, I'm screwed. And no bullshit, man. I whipped out $700 and some, man. I was like, here, man, pay me back. Don't go to jail, though, because if you go to jail and I don't get my money back, man, you know what I'm saying? So, and he was also supposed to get, his dad had passed away, and he was supposed to get this, you know, lump sum of money, truck, all kinds of shit. He's supposed to get a step up in life. So I was like, I'll get my money back. You know what I mean? So about 6 weeks later, man, I hadn't heard from him or nothing. And I'm like, man, hold the fuck up, man. It don't take no year. You know what I'm saying? So I hit him up, and I'm like, what's up, man? Well, I hit him up, and he ain't answering the phone. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll wait a week. I try to hit him again. You know, I don't know. He might be locked up or something. I hit him again. Phone ringing. Ain't dead. But he ain't picking up again. I'm like, man, fuck this, man. I got like, it was probably 30 of us. And we rolled up on this house. Now, you got to think, I'm the only white dude, period. So here it is, this one white dude with like 30 black dudes. You know what I'm saying? We roll up on this dude's house, and his mom and dad his mom and stepdad are there. You know what I'm saying? Because his dad passed away. I knock on the door, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? You know what I'm saying? Is Dave around? You know how I can get in touch with Dave? And she's like, no, he's in Ocean City. He went there to relax and have a little vacation. And then she like looks and sees like, 7 cars. Ain't nobody sitting in the car. Everybody gets out. You pull up somewhere, everybody gets out the cars and shit. And you could see her entire body language change. And that's when I knew I had her. I was like, look, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be, but your son really needs to get a hold of me because he owes me a lot of money and he's not returning my calls. And it's been like 2 months. Man, it wasn't like probably a half an hour later, that motherfucker was hitting my phone. Dude, I got you, man. Don't worry about it, man. I got you. I was like, seriously, Slim, I'm gonna have to go back by your house to see you. And it's not going to be as nice next time, man. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna do me dirty like that? He had already got off the charges, paid off his lawyer, got the money from his dad, went to Ocean City, and won't even pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? I was pissed, man. But damn sure enough, it was like 3 days later, man. He showed up, money. He gave me some smoke. He's like, "Here, man, take this bag, man. I got you, man. Some nice shit, man." You know, he's all friendly and shit. But by that time, I'm looking at the motherfucker like, you a shady motherfucker. I had your motherfucking back. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah, your credit just like you bankrupt now.
Yeah, don't talk.
You know what I'm saying? What they say? Don't chase somebody down for $20 because that just shows you, you spent $20 to figure out that you don't want to fuck with that person anymore.
Yeah,
you did it. But fuck that. $2 is $2. You know what I mean? I've done some nasty shit for $2.
Yeah, when you in the game.
Well, let me clarify that because I know you got some weird people. I've done some savage shit for $2. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, when you're dealing with stuff like that, and there's people surrounding you, and they're looking at you, man. You let one motherfucker get away with something, even the people that are with you.
Oh yeah,
I mean, he was supposed to be. Yeah, you ain't got no street credit no more, man. You ain't gonna be able to do shit. You ain't gonna hold on to no women. You ain't gonna hold on to no money. You get some product, they gonna be coming at your ass. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna respect you.
Yeah, like right or wrong, you better be throwing them fucking things, or you suspect.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You either about it or you not.
Yeah,
figure out when it's done.
Yeah, there is no bitching out, man. There is no like backing down or talking your way out of shit. I don't think but you got to be there. You got to grow up in the shit and be around the people that are, you know what I'm saying, in order to learn that shit. Because it's different in other places. You know, yeah. some people don't have no idea about all that bullshit.
Right. Hey, that's why I'm glad. Like, I grew up in the sticks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up on fucking, like, if grandma moved, the entire fucking family moved. These are like top of a mountain, Kentucky cousin fucking hillbilly sons of bitches, right? So, like, everywhere we went, it was always 20 plus of us. Even if, hey, we moved from, I think the farthest we went, I think, was about 300 miles, you know, just to fucking follow grandma, literally the entire fucking family. You know what I mean? We were like a fucking gypsy hillbilly fucking shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my old man side is just straight, you know, poor folk from Kansas City, you know, bikers, truckers, and convicts. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I got the fun part of both of those cultures. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to combine the two without catching a case.
Right, you know? Right.
Yeah.
Well, I used to roll up. You know, when you selling stuff and stuff, man, you end up, you know, not if you're selling joints and stuff, but if you're doing a little bit of weight, you're pushing a little bit of weight, you end up running into groups of people. You're selling to you know, I've ran into some hardcore white motherfuckers, man, where you roll up, you know, they put in the car like, look, I need this, man. You got me? I got y'all, man. Where you at? You gonna bring it to it? Yeah, man, that's a nice little piece of change. You got the money, man. I'm gonna be there. You know what I mean? And you roll up, and there's like 100 white motherfucking crazy motherfuckers there. You know what I mean? And I got like me, my two brothers, a couple of our friends, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh shit, we done came to the wrong motherfucking party, you know what I mean? But it ain't like that, man. They love you to death because what you're bringing. You bringing the party, you know what I mean?
You everybody's friend, shit.
Yeah, you roll up, man, and the whole party's just like, yeah, that's what's up.
See, that's what I never understood though, is because I see so many people bitch about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have never had a problem. Like, this may sound fucked up, but I've been some places, so I know some full blown Aryan type motherfuckers, and I also know some bean pie bow tie wearing motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But I can literally go back and forth between the two. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I never understood how it's so complicated. It's like, as long as you're you know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't have to agree on core principles of shit. Or I'm gonna respect you, you respect me. I'm gonna do my thing, you do your thing. It's like, it's not a complicated fucking deal. You know what I mean?
I think it's about a person's character and what they've been through, man. If you grew up in your mom's basement your whole life, there's some people that just don't know how to maneuver through people. How many motherfuckers get robbed when they try to do some street shit, or they try to, you know what I mean? We sense that weakness like that. I mean, you just automatically know this motherfucker don't belong here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the thing people don't understand either. You might do a motherfucker dirty to not because you need his money, not because you're an evil motherfucker, but just because I can't have these type of people around us, because if anything happens, they're gonna rat so fucking fast. They might rat just because they're around and see some crazy shit going on, and then when they go home, they be like, "Oh my God, did you see what Tribe did?" And I gotta call the police. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, it ain't that bad. You just don't know nothing about this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Action figures, dicks. I see y'all. Y'all ain't slick. You motherfucker. Y'all ain't slick.
What are they talking about?
They calling these toys when they're clearly action figures. Dicks.
Oh, behind you. I got you.
I lost my lighter, y'all. The struggle's real.
I swear, man, we get to talking, man. We get to talking. I get hemmed. I forget I'm live and shit, man. I better be careful. I'm gonna dry snitch myself out here.
Right. That's what's weird though. Like back in the day, like the snitches get stitches. Like that was a real fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? I took part in that shit. You know what I mean? Nowadays, motherfuckers, like my wife's nephew, like it's just a circle. They continuously snitch on each other, then get out, go hang out with each other. And you know what I'm saying? It's just like a norm. Like they just pass it around. Like, oh, I don't want to go to jail today. It's your turn. You know, that kind of bitch shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, man?
You know, I always had it in my mind since a young kid, man. I always felt like whatever I did was going to come back on me. So, and that's a lot of the times what kept me so real and so grounded. You know what I mean? Because like I wouldn't even think about snitching. How am I going to snitch all the bad shit I do, man? Somebody going to snitch on me. You know what I mean?
See, it's like a simple principle. Don't get high on your own supply. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your re-up money before you fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Never tell on a motherfucker, no matter how much time you're looking at, and never fuck anybody's old lady. You do those 3 things and you're fucking good for the rest of your life. You know?
Yeah, and what I always did was the more money I had, the more broke you're gonna believe I am. You know what I mean? Plain and simple. And that was really for like not my homies and shit, because you know when I had it, they had it, and that type of shit. But it was like for family and friends that weren't in the game that you cared about and shit, but they didn't run with you like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just never let nobody know that I had any money, man. Couldn't do it, man.
It's pretty much the same mindset that us preppers have now. Is, you know, like if I go out and you know what I mean, I got yuppies locking their car doors when they see my, you know, trailer park looking ass walk up, you know what I mean? So it's obvious from the outside I look like, oh, shitty car, just another piece of shit that lives out in the fucking woods, you know what I mean? But then you're like, oh damn, look at all the, you know what I'm saying, this motherfucker on purpose because he's living, you know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? It's kind of in a weird direction on that.
Oh, I know about the looks, man. I know about the look. You know how much shit I caught, man? Good Lord. The way I talk, the way I act, the people that I was always around 24/7, man. You know how much, man, motherfuckers was more racist towards me than all my friends. You know what I'm saying? I caught so much hell, man. And that's what kind of made me not, I mean, seriously, man, for a long time, my little white ass didn't fuck with white people like that, man, because I never had good run-ins with them, man. You know, I had 1 or 2 friends here and there that were solid motherfuckers, but I mean,
like my brother went through a phase of like 10 years in his life to where everything out of his mouth was like kill whitey. You know what I mean? Like he was that dude. You know what I mean? But like soft as medicated cotton. You know what I'm saying? This dude is like bitch all day long. But you know what I'm saying? It was that you could tell when some people just try too fucking hard. Like, I know you want it so bad, but you just don't fit. You know what I mean? It's like telling somebody like, you can't sing, you fucking suck. Try something else. It's one, you know what I mean? Man, the 90s were fucking weird, man.
It was, man. We were the crossover generation, I believe, man. I think we started changing the world. I really do believe that, man. It was the 80s and 90s, man. And that's what we came up in, man. We started changing shit. Hey, weed wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for us that went against the grain and went hard with it. You know what I mean? Took the chances.
Hey, eventually we'll get to a point though where shit. I guarantee in our lifetime we're gonna see heroin's gonna be legal. You know what I'm saying? All that fucking shit, meth, everything. I guarantee will be legal in some kind of fashion before we're dead. Well, before I'm dead. You're old as fuck. I got some time.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. Yeah, I am old as fuck, man. Feeling it every day. I hate it, man. I hate it. Because there's so many things I still feel when I felt when I was younger and shit that I could do and shit that I want to do, man. And it's like, man, I can't do that. I'm 47. I look like a fucking idiot. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie though. I still I get in that point because like I used to be big, like with that whole fucking 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I was a beast. Now I'm like, God damn, it's getting cold because my hip fucking hurts. You know what I mean? Like, what the shit?
Yeah, I look in the mirror, man. I'm so disappointed. Like, what the fuck happened, man? What the fuck happened, man? Plus, I'm immature as shit, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on now.
A little bit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be one of them 80-year-olds you're gonna have to watch your back with.
Right, gonna be pimping in the nursing home and shit.
I swear. You know what I'm saying?
That Viagra.
Hell yeah. So what's up with y'all in the chat, man? What's up with y'all? Anybody want to hang out?
Right, y'all just sitting there. Y'all ain't even participating in the conversation. Ain't contributing a damn thing. You selfish is what the fuck you are.
Damn, throat. Smoking too much, man. Starting to sound like steading.
Hey, you keep smoking, you get that Barry White voice. Then you can fucking start making your own beats and getting paid.
I swear. No doubt. No doubt. Shit, man, this is fun, man. Just hanging out, telling old war stories and shit. That's what it's all about, man. Sometimes you gotta let all that shit go to shit that's going on, man. I don't even want to think about it. You know what I mean?
All right.
Had somebody talk some shit to me in the comments today, though, man. I don't get too many of those. Dude was like, another clickbait fucking thumbnail. Like, what? Do you know where you're at, dude? You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, you don't watch the channel.
Right. Go turn on regular TV. See how much clickbait you get there, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And it was something like military alert. It was on the military alert. The military's prepping for something. And it's like, well, I mean, it's not really clickbait. I mean, it's military shit all over the skies, and I'm showing you what's up. I mean, it's pretty much what the fuck
look,
it is.
These people just dropped a bomb, or are they going to drop a bomb? Do they have line? You know, hey, look, there's planes in the fucking sky. You want to see some helicopters? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it ain't like I go too far with it. Jesus.
That's because there's a lot of stupid motherfuckers who don't know the difference between, hey, look, there is a gray area, you dumb fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's not all or nothing. That's not how the world works.
And how fucking weak you got to be to get that pissed off because you clicked on something. Like, damn it, why ain't it what I thought it should have been? You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving a comment, you bastard.
See, that's that kind of shit. Like, isn't that the kind of shit like where you should get mad at yourself? Like, goddamn, I'm stupid for not reading the fucking title. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of retard am I? You know what I mean?
Right. Crazy.
See, that's why I go in and out of hope for this country, is because I know there's a lot of patriots, but then when a lot of these patriots start talking, you're like, man, y'all are fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like, there's sheep on both sides, and it's like, oh, man, you know what I mean?
Man, what bothers me, I gotta say it, man. I hate a motherfucker that's condescending. I hate a motherfucker that's got a point and they gotta point out somebody else's shit before they point out their shit because they think their shit is just more whatever the fuck. And I'm like, man, come on, man. Why you got that is a hater. You're just sitting there hating. You sitting there thinking about somebody else and what they doing and just hating on them. The fuck is wrong with these people, man? You ain't got enough self to stop worrying about what other motherfuckers are doing.
See, that's why back to the cars for a second. When I first got that fucking that Nissan with the switches, we were sitting in on the street in front of the duplex thingy, switching the batteries out. Some nosy motherfucker comes rolling down the street, hanging out the passenger side, wanting to run his mouth like, well, that thing ain't jumping, blah blah blah, you know that kind of shit. Like, you're in the passenger side. Why are you talking to me? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, how are you gonna talk my shit down when you're a fucking passenger in this beat up fucking thing?
Right,
like,
right.
Who the fuck are you?
Walk then, motherfucker. Get the fuck out and walk. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I hear you, man. And I ain't even shitting on people because we're all guilty of some things, man. You know what I mean? I'm sure I'm guilty of a lot of shit that I talk about, man. I just, you don't see yourself.
To a degree, but some of these motherfuckers make it a lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they ain't happy when somebody else is crying.
Man, I had this friend, Lil Joe, man. He hung himself. But man, that motherfucker, you would take him on a job, and I don't give a fuck how perfect you were doing something. How there was times when he had never done a certain thing before in his life, but he always knew exactly what to do. You were doing it wrong. Man, you ever think about doing it like this? This seems like a better way. I'm like, dude, I've been doing this shit 20 years. You just walked in here and rolled out some pad, motherfucker. Don't try to tell me how to lay this shit. He's just an automatic boss. No matter what job he went on, man, he was just automatically first day. I know everything. Don't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know them kind of. That's the kind of person my old man and shit was. You know what I'm saying? Hold the fucking flashlight right. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah. I try not to do that. Like, even in conversation, I try to be mindful of that kind of shit. Because, like, I like to see, my problem is I get into a creative mode every once in a while, and then no matter what I'm doing, I'm like, I want to do this here. This is what I would do there. You know what I mean? It's just because, like, hey, my brain is doing 10, you know what I'm saying? I got to build shit in my brain off of everything I see to, you know what I mean? It's a weird process.
And then somebody's in your, like, you done taken 10 steps to get to the thought that you're in to do what you're doing. There's reasons why you're doing what you're doing. And then you got some motherfucker in your ear trying to tell you how to do this thing when you've already set this thing up to do it this way. It's like, man, shut the fuck up, man. Now I don't even remember what the fuck I was doing or why I'm doing it.
Right. That's why, like, I can't blueprint shit. I got to build it as it comes because the inspiration hits at different points. Do you know what I mean? Like,
freestyle.
Today I might think, ooh, a pillar would look nice here, but then tomorrow I'll look at it and be like, oh no, I could do this and add that. You know what I mean? So it's, I can't blueprint shit. Everything I do has got to be on the fucking fly because I can't trap myself into that fucking the blueprint. You know what I mean? Just the same bullshit. You know.
I feel you, man. I feel you. It's kind of like with this YouTube shit. Like, I've always from the beginning, man. I ain't trying to set up where I'm gonna talk about this, and then at this time I'm gonna talk about this, and at this time, man, just get on this motherfucker and hang out, man.
All right.
You know, when the conversation comes, it comes. You're gonna find something to talk about, and you're already up on everything that's going on, so it's there. Fuck it, man.
Right. Sometimes you just gotta let shit flow, man. See where it fucking takes you.
Yeah.
Life ain't gotta be scripted. You know?
Right. Like, and I ain't knocking motherfuckers that do. I mean, the professionals out there that do it the professional way, hey man, more power to you. I'm just not that type of person that can do that. Not yet, anyway.
See, that's the problem is what they say. Was it Henry Ford that designed the school system to produce factory workers pretty much? And they figured out a way to turn it into a business. So now everybody wants that cubicle life. When it's like, if you just apply a little bit of fucking imagination to tweak your situation, you could literally do any fucking thing you want, anywhere you want, You know what I'm saying? If you just like, hey, I can do it. But, I mean, that's all you like. You can't fly. I can do it. You know, and you figure that fucking shit out. You know, it's really not that hard. You're holding yourself back. Is all that kind of shit is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't be scared of failure. Just go for it.
Right? Life's too fucking short to be boxed up. Ooh, let me go to my fucking Kmart retail job or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's what the fuck? How is that a life, man? Get out there and fucking do something, build something, tear something down, do something. You know?
Man, I ain't trying to brag on you or nothing, but that's what I was feeling when I was watching your video, man. I was like, man, that shit is badass. That whole setup with the garden and shit, and the way you was doing the tires and shit, that's freestyling like a motherfucker. I'm like, man, he's just. I know he didn't read in the book exactly how to make this whole motherfucker. He got some wood. He had some ideas. Boom. He started putting it to work and came up with some glorious shit. I was like, fuck, man, that's what you can ask Niecy. I was like, man, we got to get a piece of land, man. I could be doing that shit right there, man. I know I could come up with some ideas. I'd be building shit all the time.
You know what's crazy? The fucking there's a place up the road that sells the pallet wood by the pallet. So that was 1,000 pieces of pallet wood. Between every fucking thing is just a little under 1,000 pieces of pallet wood. That's just a little over $500 here, somewhere in that range. You know, have it delivered and shit. So like, I'm sitting here like, damn, if you had 2,000 pallet woods, you know what I mean? Like $2,000, you could build you the fucking dopest pallet fucking mansion. And I am very tempted. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be the first time, man. Just like the first person to ever take a shipping container and turn it into a house. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Right. Now you can get online, man. You can look up all kinds of container houses, 3-story, 4-story container houses. Motherfuckers standing them up, building, double deckers inside. Shit, it's cool.
They got one down here off the fucking lake. It's 250 footers, and they got them spread out about 20 foot apart. And then they just got one of those metal rafters roofs. Right. You know what I'm saying? Those fucking things.
Yeah, A-frame.
Yeah. And then they just put galvanized on top of it. So boom. They turned one into like a little apartment. It's big enough to park a semi underneath and shit, you know.
Damn.
I'm like, that is the shit. I keep wanting to stop and take a picture, but that would be creepy as fuck. You know, I wouldn't want nobody doing that shit to my house. So,
right. I seen one. I think it was on Doomsday Preppers where the dude had like 3 of them, and he had it like a
the courtyard, and he had the fucking towers and shit. I want that shit so fucking bad. My brother almost did it, man. He bought some land up the road. It was 5 acres. It was like 13 miles from me or some shit like this. It was fucking dope. Had a fucking a waterfall on it. It came down about 30 foot. You know what I'm saying? It ended in a stream. We were going to dig it out and make a little adult. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it was fucking sweet, but he fucking pissed it off. But that's what he was going to do was he's got a mini bus or a short bus, and the fucking he's got a couple semi trailers, and we were going to bury those and make like a tunnel system, and then get 2 steel ones and put them up like fucking watchtowers. I was like, I was so excited to get that shit started, man. It's like, man,
yeah, that'd be dope.
Just remember, you got to enforce the sides, because even as little as 2 inches of soil will buckle your sides and completely collapse your shit and bury it. Then it's done deal. So if any of y'all do the trailers, reinforce your sides. Just saying.
Man, when I said I put it in your comments, I said the shit's inspirational, man. And I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, man, look at Hutch. And look what he's got. He's got his own spot. He does whatever the fuck he wants. He's building his own dream. I said, I'm sitting here and I'm just borrowing somebody else's dream. Because, sitting here in this house, I don't own this shit. I'm borrowing somebody
else's lifestyle, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna do it. Me and Niecy, we're gonna get some land and we're gonna do the damn thing, man. Unless God calls me first, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get the kids to get through school. And then, man, I'm out of here, man. I'm out of Maryland. And I'm gonna miss the East Coast and I'm gonna miss the water and shit, man. But I got to go somewhere where there's some land and some safety and far away from this damn government, man.
All right.
Yes,
it's a different kind of life, man. If you like where, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm on lake time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the same, even if I wasn't at a lake, you know what I'm saying? But it's, you know what I mean? It's life moves a lot slower. Things, you know what I'm saying? You feel things more. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's things have more importance. Other shit's kind of like, oh, that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're in the moment more. Like shit. 28 days out of the month, I don't know what fucking day it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why do I need to? You know what I mean?
That's a peace of mind, man. That's a peace of mind. You know, like today, this was after I watched your video and shit, man. We got some land that's right next to us. And there was trees that fell over in my driveway from their land and shit, which I chopped them up and used them as firewood. But we were trying to find out who owns the land because, you know, we wanted to let them know, hey, look, your shit falling in our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you might, you know, I got kids, I got animals. Come take care of your fucking property. So today I'm hearing that we got the door open because it was kind of nice. I'm sitting here working on the computer and I hear these women talking and it sounded like it was right outside the door. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I get up, I walk out there and there's people walking on that property. And I say, hey, how y'all doing? You know, I'm letting them know because they kind of close to my house and shit. Letting them know I'm here, motherfuckers. Don't come up on my shit. So ladies like, oh, hey, how you doing? And I was like, are y'all looking to buy this land or something? You know, I'm being nosy and shit. She's like, no, we're the owners. And I went in, you know, straight. Well, you know, you had a tree fall in my shit, right?
Right.
Man, she turned around and gave me the cold shoulder and didn't say shit else to me, man. I was like, okay, motherfuckers. I see how it's going to be.
Talking like Simon Tribe and shit. Like, hey, ladies, how you doing this afternoon? He's like, bitch, you dropped a tree.
Yes. That shit was a day's work, motherfucker. Right. You owe me some money or something, shit.
Like that shit gave me spina bifida.
Right. And you got 2 more trees about to come down. And I told her too as she was walking away, you got 2 more trees. I've been noticing they're gonna come down. Might want to, you know, do something about that.
Hey man. Yeah, if you're renting, get away from that shit, man. Own your own shit, man. There ain't no better feeling in the world than owning something. You want something you can pass down for literally thousands of years, own property. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No matter how quarter an acre, it don't fucking matter. Own something. You know what I mean? Always have that spot to where no matter what the fuck's going on, that's yours. You know what I'm saying? No matter how shitty the world is, no matter where you're at, you've always got a spot that's yours. You know what I'm
saying? And what I'm thinking about is certain things too. You know, Missouri, man, it sure seems like the spot to be. You don't have to worry about weed. You don't have to worry about guns. You know, and when you get older and shit, like when I was younger, I didn't give a fuck. I carry a gun anyway. You kiss my ass. But now that I'm older and shit, man, I don't want to get in trouble, man. I don't want to have to go to jail for 3 years on some bullshit. You know what I mean? All this time I fucking kept myself out of hard time and long years, man. I ain't trying to do it. I'm too old now. You know what I mean? I'm almost 50. What the fuck I'm going to do in there with them young boys? You know what I mean?
Right.
They ain't going to look at me the same. You know what I mean? They ain't even going to accept me the same as they did when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck, man. So I want to get the fuck out of here, man. It's Missouri, the Ozarks, or South Carolina. And I don't think I can do South Carolina because of they still got that Bible Belt shit going on, man. You know what I mean? Right. You barely get a tattoo.
You already know you're coming to Missouri. All the cool kids just need to move to Missouri. We'll start our own little David Koresh compound minus all the Jesus shit. You know what I'm saying? And we will just take mushrooms and grow food for the rest of our fucking lives. Who's down? Press one.
Press one. No doubt. What's up, so?
Can you sense that storm coming? All downhill from here. Can you sense that storm coming?